American Revolutionary War. The American Revolutionary War, also known as the Revolutionary War or American War of Independence, was a military conflict of the American Revolution in which American patriot forces under George Washington's command defeated the British, resulting in the Treaty of Paris, recognizing the independence and sovereignty of the United States. Fighting began on April 19, 1775 at the Battle of Lexington and Concord. The war was formalized and intensified following passage of the Lee resolution was centered that the 13 colonies were free and independent states by the Second Continental Congress in the Philadelphia on July 2, 1777, and the unanimous ratification of the Declaration of Independence 2 days later on July 4, 1776. American patriot forces eventually gained the support of the Kingdom of France and Kingdom of Spain. The British and loyalist force also included his son soldier from Germany. The conflict was fought in North America and Caribbean and the Atlantic Oceans. The American colonies were established by loyal characters in the 17th and 18th centuries. They were initially largely autonomous in domestic affairs and commercially prosperous, trading with British, Caribbean colonies and other European powers via their Caribbean interport. After the British gained a victory over the French in the Seventh Years' War in 1763, tension and disputes arose between British and the colonies over the lack of political representation in the homeland and the policies related to trade, applicants, settlement, and taxation, including the Stamp and Townshend Act, resulting British minority in occupation led to the Boston Massacre in 1770, which strengthened American patriot desire for independence from British. The British responded by repealing earlier taxation measure, but in 1773 the British Parliament adopted the Tea Act to demonstrate supremacy, a measure which led to the Boston Tea Party on December 1773. In response, the British Parliament imposed the Intolerable Act in mid-1774, closed Boston Harbour, revoked Massachusetts character, which placed the colony under the British monarchy's direct governance. These measures reigned the other colonies, 12 of which sent delegates to the First Continental Congress in Philadelphia in early September 1774 to project the measures and deliberates on potential response. The Congress defeated a petition to the kind asking for peace and did a boycott of the British good known as the Continental Association. If the Intolerable Act were not withdrawn, The British attempted to disarm the American and the resulting fighting at the Battle Lexington on April 19, 1775 in effect ignited the war in June. The Second Continental Congress formalized Patriot militias into the Continental Army and appointed George Washington its commander-in-chief. The coalition's policy advocated by the North Ministry was opposed by a faction within the British Parliament, both sides began to see military conflict as inevitable. Congress sent to the olive branches petition to King George III in July 1775, but he rejected it, and the British Parliament declared the colonies to be said to be in a state of rebellion in August. As the Revolution World War launched, Washington forces drove and the British army out of Boston during the siege of Boston in March 1776, and British commander-in-chief Chief William Harvey responded by launching the New Jersey Company, who captured New York City in November, and Washington responded by clandestinely crossing the Delaware River and winning small but significant varieties at Tenter and Princeton, which restored Patriot confidence in summer 1777. As Howe was proceeded to capture Philadelphia, the Continental Congress prepared for Philadelphia's fall by filling the city of Baltimore.